What's up, guys? Welcome to Order 66 Podcast. Today, we will be talking to the well-known TikTok famous Kellen, Kell Hilarious Bronner.
What up?
Today, I want to talk about how I feel about superheroes and villains and my relation with some of them. So first off, I would like to talk about the Batman. I personally think that Christian Bale's Dark Knight is the best Batman movie ever produced, but KB thinks otherwise.
I think, me personally, I think it was one of the best Batman movies I've ever seen.
That's
But
what I thought.
I do know it got a lot of hate. I think people don't really like understand it. Like it's. I think they did Batman very, very well in that movie.
I think that The Dark Knight was a better Batman movie, and the Batman was more of a Bruce Wayne story. But here's what Cal thought.
As a Batman, like if Batman was really like a person, I feel like they got it down. But I think the deepest Batman movie, in my opinion, is The Dark Knight.
Kellen doesn't think it's the best Batman movie, but his favorite is The Dark Knight, and here's why.
I think a lot of people don't realize like what Batman and the Joker, like what that, and even Two-Face, what that story actually represents, and it's more so the fact that anybody, no matter who you are, no matter how good you are, no matter how bad you are, anybody can fall into madness.
In my opinion, I would be Spider-Man out of any superhero in the world because of his powers, but Kel has mixed opinions on whose place he'd take.
I think if I could be anybody, I think probably Superman, just 'cause like Superman is like, you know what I'm saying? If I was like me, but I had Superman powers, I'd be that dude. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? But I think in terms of like a superhero, like if I'm in their world, I'm in everything, I'd probably be Batman.
Kellen lets me know why he doesn't think he could really be Batman even if he wanted to.
The fact that he's so dangerous to the point where he has to, control himself in certain aspects. Like I couldn't kill nobody just because I know if I kill somebody as Batman, I'd literally go on a killing spree. I'd kill the entire world.
I feel like I can somewhat relate to Peter Parker in how I kind of keep to myself for the most part, with some exceptions. Kellen lets me know how he relates to a hero and the reasons why.
I keep saying the Batman, but I really think Batman. Me as a person, Bruce Wayne's a pretty popular guy, a pretty well-known guy, and I would say I am too. But it's more so like he ignores all of that. I know with me, like I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't like a lot of people like all up in my business and all that type of stuff. And I kind of hide away in my little cave and kind of be to myself. And I like the idea of that, like Batman is the person and Bruce Wayne is the mask. Like I think people just, they don't understand like Batman can go out and be Bruce Wayne and pretend and do all of that stuff. And sometimes, in life, I think you find yourself doing that. But Batman is truly who Bruce really is, and I see a lot of that in myself.
I heard a would you rather question about if you had a choice saving a burning building full of young orphans or saving your grandma on the edge of a cliff. Me personally, I would save the multiple orphans because I love my grandma, but she's getting old, and the orphans have a whole life in front of them, and they still have jobs to do and a life to live. Kellen gives reasoning behind his answers and what he says.
Not gonna lie, screw them kids. I'm helping my grandma. I think just me as like, what I'm saying. I get it, but it's like I have no connection to the orphans. I just don't. And at the end of the day, I could never live with me not saving a loved one because I saved other people who 90% probably wouldn't even appreciate the act that I did, the sacrifice that I would have went through to save them. They wouldn't have understood that, and I probably would save my grandmother.
Personally, I feel like I would have to save the orphans because that is my heroic duty, but KB feels different.
Because I don't think anybody, I think you in life, it's at the end of the day, it's an obligation. So do I feel obligated to save everyone in the world just because I have a certain gift or power? No, because if the roles were reversed, you have to think like, would this person feel obligated to save me? I think in life, I'm gonna protect my loved ones, and I'm gonna protect people that are closest to me, that I care about. Whether they be friends, family, or even just acquaintances that maybe I've known. But I don't think when you have an obligation to save everyone in the world, you end up, if you save 100 people, then you can, you know, fail 50.
Yeah.
So for every person you save, there's always someone that you hurt.
If I were to lose a loved one, I would push every day for vengeance of the person, no matter what. But Kellen looks deeper into the cause and effect relationship of the action.
Um, Probably, but then again, I think what would happen is I think with Spider-Mans and like the Batmans and these guys go out for vengeance, and then on their quest for vengeance, they realize that there's a greater message, and there's I think me, if let's say I had the powers of Spider-Man and I lost a loved one, I'd be mad. I'd go out for vengeance, but then I'd throw my life away because then now I'm obligated to, Spider-Man has to leave school and
Yeah.
do all of this stuff just to save the world. He's not cut out for it. And I think that's the charm of his character, that he's just not cut out for this stuff. He's not cut out for this stuff. If I don't want to be that guy that goes from my parents died and now I'm seeking revenge to I gotta leave the school field trip because aliens are coming down from the sky and I gotta save the world. That's not my obligation. Like I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Now if I know, like if I'm Superman with it and I know I can just like knock an alien off the planet, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. But if I'm not risking my life I can't do that. I ain't gonna lie, I can't risk my life for that. Mm-mm.
Kell looks at the entire aspect about having to be a superhero and how you would miss out on your childhood. He lets me know how he truthfully wouldn't even want to be a superhero, but instead,
Like I mean this in the most sincere way, but like I think I would rather be a villain than even a hero. Like I don't I think just there's a quote I put on my TikTok, and I pretty much said like the whole point is a hero would sacrifice one person, the specialist person in the world, to save the universe, but a villain would sacrifice the universe to save that one person. And I feel like I'd sacrifice the universe to save whoever I needed to save. I couldn't sacrifice a loved one for the greater good of the world. I couldn't do that.
and that's all for today. Shout out to Kellen. Go follow this man's TikTok.